Cellar Dweller did phone us back, and the conversation lasts for almost 5 minutes. You might want to fast forward through it. On the other hand, if you listen to it, you'll know what I know. Hi, Carrie.
Hello, Ron. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. I just got off the phone with Rick. Rick hadn't gotten it yet, so he was just finding out what the length was at the port, because that's where the delay is. So it's in the port in Vancouver, because that's where the stuff comes in. They're expecting it to be released out. Everything, I guess, is a little bit slower with how they're doing all the stuff coming from the Orient. They're expecting, or they told Rick that it will be released out to him on the 22nd. So that would mean that it would be shipping to me on the 22nd or the 23rd. So that should put me having it on the 25th or the 26th. So it looks like it's going to be almost at the end of the month.
Okay, well, I haven't started on the case yet for the Bismarck, so even if I had it right now, I couldn't do anything with it anyway.
Okay, well, yeah, but I mean, we had such a fiasco with that last one. I want to make sure that we stay on top of this. And he did say that for the last 6 weeks or so, everything's been really slow out of the ports coming in from China. I guess just with the pandemic and the added security, I guess everything is just slower. So, because it's there. I mean, we're talking that it's the 9th, it's the 10th today, but it's in port, but it won't be released out. They won't get to wherever his container is and get it released until the 22nd. So, I mean, that's like a week and a half before they can get it out of the container again. So, it's taken a long time.
Well, at least it's in Canada.
It is. Yes, it is here. So, I'm sure he probably has 30 of them coming, 20 or 30, because he sells across Canada. So he'll keep me posted. He said if it does come out earlier, of course, he'll contact me. But he knows that as soon as he gets it, I want it shipped the same day. So.
Okay, one more thing, and there's no rush on it.
Absolutely.
The Rodney by Trumpeter. It's a little bit smaller than the Bismarck and the hood.
I'm gonna go and.
I'll give you the number if you want.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, Trumpeter number is 03709.
Sorry.
03709.
09. See what it shows. 03709. Okay, it's still at 1/200 though, so it's still a nice size.
Oh yeah, it's a good size, but it's probably about 3 inches shorter.
Yeah, they actually, my one supplier shows that they have one in stock right now.
How much would it cost?
We wouldn't be waiting for that one. Let me see what the price would be. You're going to have one heck of a collection to ship.
Well, I thought I'm having such a time getting the hood, I may as well get started on the one I'm going to do 3 years from now.
That one would probably be $329.99.
Bring it in.
Okay, I'm doing it right now.
And there's no rush.
Yeah, but I order now from these guys about every week to 10 days, so I'm just making sure. Okay, it's added to my order, so it's held.
Okay, is Rick in Edmonton?
Rick is in Edmonton. The one that I just ordered from is in Richmond, BC.
Oh, okay. Is L&M Distributors in Winnipeg still in business?
No. We used to deal a lot with L&M. Yeah, it was Peter Fleming. No, L&M has been gone for quite a while, but they were pretty big at one time.
Yeah, I know when I got my Titanic, the Entex Titanic from you guys, I think you had...
That's going back, yes.
Yeah, I think you guys brought it in your dad brought it in from L&M here in Winnipeg.
Probably. It was very convenient having, I mean, I can remember like I was a teenager then, but it was really convenient having their warehouse here. Because, I mean, my dad could go down on Mondays when we weren't open, and he could just kind of go through the warehouse, pick juice. You know, it was nice to have, but unfortunately those days are gone as far as having local places that you can go for wholesale. L&M was a good distributor.
Okay, Carrie, I'll let you go.
Thank you, Ron. Take care. Have a good weekend. And the second this shows up, this will show up next week because I'm going to have to put in order with them again probably on Tuesday. So the Rodney will show up to us next week.
Okay, and I'll put a link, and I'll email you a link to today's video where I'm talking to you, if that's okay.
I appreciate it. As always, thank you much.
Okay, see ya.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now, before we start talking about repainting over here, where I got the gray down onto where I thought there should be deck tan, I want to mention about the video that I posted just before yesterday's episode, the one about Mary's Alzheimer journey. It was made up of 40 different segments that I'd taken over a period of 3 years. A lot of people commented. You will notice that I did not reply to the comments except for one. And it's not that I didn't read them or appreciate them. I read every single one, some of them more than once. Thank you very much. Anyway, let's zoom in right here and talk about this. Now, when we made this little part right here out of wire, it had to be painted. And when I went to paint it, I don't know what happened, but I started painting this one instead. Then I think I sort of panicked and I got it down onto the deck tan here. And then later on, when I was looking at a photograph of this area, I realized that what's happened is this thing here that looks like it's got little bolts coming up out of it. Well, that's what they are. This is actually a flange. And Trumpeter, for whatever reason, did not make this to scale. It's actually not quite this big in diameter. However, it is not deck tan. It is the same. It is metal, just like this part right here. Okay, enough poking. Just the top. Now, of course, you can't see me doing this side, but you're just going to have to trust that I'm not letting it run down onto the deck. Now, in order to see the side where you are, I'm probably going to have to swing the ship around here, because I can't reach over like this and do the other side. Maybe what I should do is do this side right here. One thing that I have really noticed, and that is that when I am wearing my magnification hood, it is very hard to see how much I'm dipping my brush, and I sometimes dip it in way too much. Okay, I'm going to have to swing the ship around to my convenience here and do the other side that I can't reach. Now I've twisted the ship around so that the stern is kind of out of its cradle, and this may not be a good idea. I don't want to get it on the side. And it looks like there's a little spot there just underneath where the that's not too bad. Okay, get a little bit more. Now, what's this I see here? Must have scraped that. Okay, I think that'll be alright once it dries. Okay, try and steady myself here somehow. Just get the top of it here. Okay, let's quit while the quitting's good. I was just noticing right here, it doesn't look right. Yeah, it looks a little better to me anyway. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this area, but then there is the rack for the depth charges. I just checked on my tracking with Amazon for that book on the hood from Stefan Draminsky, and yeah, it's supposed to be here today. Now, it's coming by Purelator, and my experience with Purelator is they do not deliver to residences during the day. Oh, they might, though. And yeah, so we might have something to look at today, and if not, probably for sure tomorrow. Okay, once again, I forgot to press record. There's a little bit here that I missed. Okay, let me check the monitor. It appears to be here on this corner, but I can't see anything, but you can see it when you look in the monitor. I know you're sick of hearing me say this, but you can see this way better than me. Normal viewing distance, even with my strong glasses, it looks not too bad now. A lot better than it was anyway. Now, on the top of these two boxes, which I believe are some sort of a ventilator, there's lids, and on the top of these lids that I'm touching right now, there is little tiny photo-etch handles. They have somehow got themselves bent over, some of them, and some of them you can see that the photo-etch handle is sort of glinting through. I don't think I should try and fix that, because I'm probably going to end up just filling the gap with paint. If I was to have sprayed it, I'd probably be okay. But I'm just going to leave well enough alone there. That's something that you... oh, I see Purelator pulling up right now. Okay, I'm going to go meet him at the door. Now, just in case you're wondering, this is not pre-recorded and then added in later. This is as it happened. It happened right then. You're going to get to see the book along with me. Okay, we're back. Meanwhile, back at our ventilators, I don't think there's a whole lot I can do here, so I'm just going to leave them. Okay, the grand unveiling. Looks familiar. HMS Hood. Well, doesn't look like a return. It's about as thick as I had thought it was going to be. It's only supposed to be about 70 pages long. I don't think we got time today to do a proper review of it. We'll probably leave that for tomorrow now. Oh my. What do we got here? I don't know how useful that would be, and yet on the other hand, I guess depending on to what scale it is, no, it wouldn't be to 200 scale. Maybe it says it's to 350 scale. So for anybody making the 350, this would be really good. Anyway, we're going to go through this tomorrow. So thanks for watching. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll go through this really well. I know that in all probability a lot of you saw the exact correct time on my surveillance system, and you knew that Purelator truck came at approximately 12 noon, or maybe a minute before. And you're thinking, and you're quitting already? Well, I gotta tell you, I spent a lot of time blending all the different cameras in, getting them synced up, you know, one lapping over the other and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of time. But you know what? I had a lot of fun. Anyway, now we'll see you tomorrow.